I got into the company because I was desperate to learn crypto. I was like, okay, I don't want to be a retired dude and not do anything and just sit around and drink beer and get fat all day. And I was watching people make millions of dollars in the crypto space. And what made it worse was there was most of these people were under 30 years old and they were my friends' kids. And I was like, you got to be kidding me. This is ridiculous. So I was like desperate. So I tell Nafis all the time, I looked at Google, I looked at YouTube, and I said, how on earth am I going to learn this? And the biggest thing was trust. Like I was like, I don't know who to trust. I don't want to pay 10 grand for a Saturday afternoon day trading class. I don't know what blockchain really is. I just didn't know a lot of stuff. I knew just enough to be dangerous. I had a Coinbase account like most of us do, right? And at one point I bought some Bitcoin, it went crashing, I sold it, and I swore off crypto for the rest of my life. And I was like, man, so fast forward a few years later, I'm like, I got to learn this and I got to figure out where. So we found this academy, and I'm just gonna tell you guys some of the highlights about it, why I love it, why I trust it, why I'm diving in so deep, a little bit about the money we're making and some of the things we're learning. So I guess I don't need to go through this much of this because there's a bunch of people on this call. I'll just kind of tell you, I told you why I joined, what I've learned so far in the short-term trading. I'm one of those dudes that has ADD. I want to put all my money in. I want to throw it on red. I want to see if I win right away. So I love short-term trading. Long-term investing it's quite the art with crypto, with over 16,000 coins and all these projects and literally hundreds a day releasing. I was like, where am I going with this? What am I doing? Like, this is insanity. But I got to learn from our educators at our company. They made me feel super comfortable and confident with the trades that I was making. And I'm looking at a very, very prosperous next couple of years in the multi millions of dollars and what we're going to be making based on what we've been learning at the Academy. Day trading. So another thing, day trading, I was like, look, all right, so I put hundreds of thousands of dollars in these projects and now I'm out of money. I have no more money to do. How am I going to make more money? So day trading was important to me. I'm starting to learn that. My staff's learning it, and we're actually doing pretty good. So day trading is something that a lot of people don't think of when they think of crypto, but I want you guys to have a super open mind because some of the stuff I'm going to show you is going to be new to you or a little advanced or something. So just kind of roll along, pay attention. 401k. I've actually rolled over retirement accounts into crypto specific accounts, and it's been really fun because my whole life I've been watching money managers and hedge fund managers take my money and do what they want with it. Now I can do what I want with it based on my education and my research. We're pretty much unbanked in the American dollar sense. We do a lot of banking with crypto, and the biggest reason we do is because you can make a tremendous amount of interest daily, monthly, yearly on your money. Something completely different, something completely that you don't get at Chase or Wells or B of A. So that was super important for me. And if all I learned was this one thing, was the banking, the retirement planning, I would be super happy with what I've done so far with this academy. Nafis can jump in later when we can talk about liquidity pools, where we're literally making hundreds and thousands of % on our money a day without even having to trade. That's pretty interesting. Tax strategies. If you're running in this circle with us, you probably have some freaking tax problems. So we're learning how to minimize and just we're learning how to deal with taxes a little better. I never know who's on these calls, so I got to be somewhat careful. And many people have lost a lot of faith in the American government. And for instance, when COVID started, Biden said, look, we're going to make a mandate that you can only pull out $600 a day out of your bank account until we see what happens. And I heard that and I was like, and I don't even watch the news. And I heard that. I'm like, you got to be kidding me. I can only pull out $600 a day of my own money. I was like, no, you're not going to control me like that. So I want to be super stealth. I want to make sure my money can't be taxed, liened, attacked, taken from me. And in the few short months that I've dove deeply into crypto, that's exactly what I've learned. So I'm flying so far under the radar. I can go to any country. I can do whatever I want, and nobody knows who the heck I am, where the heck I am, where my money's at. And it's pretty fun. Do a short little disclaimer about our company. If you start Googling crypto and crypto classes and academies, you'll see real quick, there's a lot of scammers out there. They want to touch your money. They want to take your money and invest it for you. They want to do all these things, and it's just not right. So I was looking for a company that I could trust, and these people are an educational company only. They'll never ask for a password. They'll never ask for a key to any of your accounts. They'll never ask to see your account. So it's all you, only you. You're 100% in control. The four basic courses that we offer at the company they all complement each other really well. The first one, the top left, is foreign exchange. Everybody's heard of FOREX, but nobody really knows what it is. I've learned a lot about it since I've been with the Academy. $7 trillion a day business. It's basically what all the banks around the world do with your money every single day. But when they make billions of dollars a day, they don't pay you interest on your money. I'm sure you guys all have normal bank accounts, and you see you have no interest coming in. So, but the banks are making plenty of money on that. And all we're doing is just trading currency. It's super simple, but there's an art to it. It takes a while to learn it. There's a learning curve. And that's what our company specializes in teaching us. HFX, high frequency trading, again, much faster. Leverage trading, options trading. And many of you go, not really into Forex, not really into option or leverage trading. But what I want to tell you and point out is it is unbelievable how much money you can make doing this and how fun it is. But more importantly for me, how fast it is. I don't have to put $10 in and wait 10 years to make 100,000 like our grandparents did in the stock market. It's not like that. The fees on here and myself are kind of biased to crypto. We're super into crypto. This is the group that I heard the other day that one of our friends in Puerto Rico, Gene Frederick, said. He goes, I go to lunch all the time, and there's only two things that come up. It's crypto and COVID, which is true. And crypto is everything in the world. You can't open any newspaper. You can't look at any Bloomberg, Yahoo Finance. It's all about crypto. Stadiums are being bought up. Like, everybody's like in this crypto rush. Everything you see on social media is metaverse. Freaking Facebook called themselves Meta now. It's all augmented reality, virtual reality, play to earn gaming, NFTs, like the list goes on. And there's so many different ways to trade in crypto and so many different investments and so many different niches that I was like, okay, let's just breathe, slow down, and just try to watch the educators, watch the courses, and just take it slow, because there's a lot to learn. And I joined back in, I think it's September. Now we're obviously almost the end of January. I speak differently. I invest differently. I'm a completely different person. I can show you how to flip NFTs right now. I can tell you all about DeFi projects. I can tell you all about gaming, metaverse. I mean, I am a whole new person and making a crud ton of money because of it. And it's not like you have to spend hours and hours a day, because we all have jobs, we all have families, we're all doing something. But I'll be honest, there was a bunch of hours in the day where I was working around the house. I was, maybe caught up on some Netflix binging and, just little things that I caught myself wasting time. And back in 2007, during the recession, I was selling, 150, 200 homes a year. I was coaching, and the market just crashed. It just disappeared, and I had to diversify. So back then I started a property management company, and that's when I got addicted to predictable monthly cash flow. I got addicted to money while I sleep. And I learned that if I make the time to educate myself, I can be a very diverse person. So I think some people on here are real estate agents. If not, it works as a good example. If the market crashes like it did back then, which it possibly could, sales were cut 50%. Tons of people were laid off. Prices went down 50%. So a lot of people, including real estate agents, had an effective net of 75% pay cut. So I was like, I can't have that happen again. And crypto and trading is what I'm going to hedge everything on, and I'm going to learn this. So if anything does happen, I'm completely diversified, and I just love crypto. Crypto's the biggest generational wealth transfer in the history of the world. If you guys are curious to know a couple stats, less than 10% of the world holds or owns crypto. In America, it's about 8%, and less than 1% actually actively trade crypto. They just invest. We call those fake investors, even though they're investors. I don't know. It's just our industry coins them as fake investors. But the reality is there's a lot to learn, a lot of money to be made, and it's super, super fun. The bottom right one is ECX. Our company teaches e-commerce sites. I think there's so many entrepreneurial spirits in this industry that they had to put this platform up for us. So if you wanted to sell something online with drop shipping and Shopify and all that stuff, you know, maybe you have your own t-shirt line or something, I don't know, but I don't really get into that. I know it's a really cool course that a lot of people like, but I'm all about crypto right now. So I'm sorry if I don't know enough about the e-com stuff. There's really a few aspects of our company that I absolutely love. Number one, learning simplified, right? What it says, they dumb everything down to where a 12-year-old can understand this. They start you from the very, very beginning, and they take you all the way up to be a master trader, master investor. And of course, someday, some of us want to be educators ourselves. There's many different reasons why you would want to be an educator, but the point I'm trying to make is it's very simple and anybody can do it. Along with our courses, we have live mentorship. Now imagine doing whatever you're doing in your career now, but never having somebody mentor you, coach you, or help you. So for example, you can get on a course, maybe you're in the crypto course and you're going to day trade crypto, and you go into a Monday night's class and you have some questions. You can interact with the educators, with the moderators of the classes. They'll help you. Our support team will help you, but the mentorship is what it's all about. And if you guys are seriously interested in crypto, and you probably are, you've probably asked questions before, like, hey, you know, you might have a friend that's making good money. Hey, can you guide me? Can you show me? I get the call every single day, 10 times a day. Hey, what coin should I buy? And you're just like, no, it doesn't work like that. If anybody's truly good at crypto, they don't have time, energy, or the drive to train anybody, probably not even their own children. You know, it's like, once you learn it, once you get it, it's kind of like trying to explain your career now to somebody new tomorrow. And they just say, hey, teach me, I want to start tomorrow. And you're like, no, I went to college. I went to a lot of training. I go to continuing education. There's no way I can just show you this. So this is the answer for us and all the others that will come behind us, which is spectacular. I mean, I've never seen anything as more fun. And just so you know, I'm going to dive into the actual back end of this and show you in a minute. The second aspect that I was super worried about was how mobile friendly this is. We're all busy running around like crazy. They have proprietary software and apps that actually notify you when there's trades available, when the educators say, oh man, this is really coiling up for a good trade right now. You could sit here while we're on this Zoom, they'll push you a trade idea, and you could literally copy and paste, copy and paste, copy and paste, and have a trade, and then go right back to work, go back to wherever you want. And it's really amazing. You're just done. Then some of this other lingo I really like too. It's learn and earn, right? Earn while you learn. Again, it's not the easiest, quickest thing to learn. It might take you a few months to get the hang of it. However, with the way they teach us, and especially in the fees on this class, in the Zoom, he's awesome at giving the classes for instantly starting to train. Once you get the idea in a day or two, you can actually start trading on what we call demo accounts. So you're not using money, you're not using your money at least, but it's live trading. It's very real. Those are acorns falling all over around me. Sorry, the wind picked up. But it's cool. Like, you really don't need to know what you're doing. You just need to have faith in the system and understand the basic mechanics of how to work an app. So the other thing I like is they provide tons of software for us, tons of tools and strategies, we call them. And this is the part where you see a graph right there. I want to tell you guys right now, don't freak out when you see a graph. I absolutely lost it when I first saw slides with graphs on it. I'm like, I'm not a math guy. I'm not a graph guy. I'm not analytical. And everybody told me, hey man, just relax. This is okay. You're going to get it after a couple months. So I'll just caution you there. Don't freak out when you see graphs. But these tools allow us to analyze markets and different asset classes properly. So many people, when they go to trade, they just have gut feelings. They have, I want to trade this because I heard this, I got a tip. Well, we actually have the tools necessary for you to truly, really understand what you're doing and scientifically and mathematically figure out if your trades are good or not. So you might see day traders driving Lambos and you might see them driving Hondas. It's just how they use the tools, how they use their education, and it's pretty cool. I'm going to jump into a little bit of pricing real quick. Before we dive into the back end of this. Everybody always wants to know right away what the price is. It's peanuts. It's $325 to start up, $275 a month for our elite package, which gives you access to all the training. You can break it down to monthly packs for just individuals. So if you say, Mike, I don't care about Forex, I just care about DCX, digital currency and crypto, $234, $175 a month. Again, going back to only two things come up, crypto and COVID. You're going to have very natural conversations when you have two of your friends, colleagues, family members join and pay for their education. You don't have to pay for yours anymore. So that takes the money thing right out of this. But like I said, I've made enough money in the last several months to where I don't care if this was $5 grand a month. It would be very happy for me to pay that. Some of us on this call are very, very interested in network marketing aspect. A couple things I like to point out about network marketing is the whole world has shifted to network marketing. We look at Google reviews, we look at Amazon reviews, we look at reviews on Yelp. Like everything is reviews. What I love about direct sales is you actually get to listen to people that you trust, people that you know, because we all know half of those reviews on Yelp and Amazon are bought, paid for, begged for, borrowed, whatever, and you can't really trust them. But when somebody says, hey, listen, this is something I'm doing, something I've proven, time tested, I love it. That's what network marketing is all about to me. And when you have a team in place, and we're all a team, we're all a family when you join the company, and we network together, we support each other, we learn together, we earn together, we trade together. So anyways, long story short, if you're into the recruiting side of it, that's perfect. I kind of joke around about this coming from where I came from. Like seriously, you get 12 people in your organization that you don't even have to do, just people below you do it. You're going to get $600 a month. Now your education's free and you have $300 a month to trade with. And the fees can tell you on this call, Carrie, my specific sponsor, she started with $250 a year and a half ago, and she has 250 grand in her trading account, which I've personally seen lately. So it's pretty cool, but to get the help from the team is where it's all at. If you guys are going to take it seriously like we are, there's a lot of money to be made. It's probably the best compensation plan I've seen. It's the easiest, it's the most fair. And there's a tremendous amount of bonusy kind of stuff. But the bottom line is, I'm all about hurrying up and getting to chairman 10 where I'm making $5 grand a month, because I know if I can add $5 grand a month to my trading account, I'm going to be a multimillionaire, period. But my goal this year is to get to chairman 100, have 5,000 people in my organization. And that way I can make 100 grand a month and I could really, really do some damage with trading. So we can talk about that. We could beat that up all later. I'm going to go into the academy and give you a little bit of a tour. So when you log into the academy, it's very simple. It looks like this. It's pretty laid out, pretty simple. It's not scary or anything. Oh, by the way, I know most of you already booked Palm Beach, but you need to book it if you haven't. It's like a full-time pit bull concert with 50,000 people. It's the most fun thing I've ever experienced, most powerful thing I've ever experienced. But we go in here into IM Center. When you go into IM Center, you have a choice of a couple things you can do. The very first thing I like to show is Academies. Academies is just like I said, there's the four options. There's the FOREX, there's the HFX, the DCX, the ECX, and the fifth one, I guess, is the independent business owner. When you decide you want to recruit, attract, whatever you want to call it to the company, then you could learn about this. But I'm all about crypto. So I'm going to click on crypto right here. I'm going to go through DCX. They give you a beautiful PDF handbook. You could 3-ring binder it, and you can look at it we use it as an encyclopedia, Bible, whatever you want to call it. But the course is what we're going to be interested in first. Again, they dumb it down. You could be a 12-year-old and understand this. What are digital currencies? They're going to go through Bitcoin, blockchain, all the basics, and then they're going to start getting a little more advanced. What is a PIP? A pip is a very important thing you need to know in trading, right? Entry prices, spreads, take profits. You know, a lot of people on this call say, hey, I'm into crypto and I'm trading and I already know what I'm doing really well. If I pulled you aside in private and said, hey, let me see how much money you've made. Let me see how your risk management is. Let me see your strategy for taking profit. That's when a lot of people raise their hands and say, okay, you got me. I'm in. I need to learn all that. Because some people, you've probably already heard crypto millionaires, we're all over the place. But unless we start taking profits and knowing our risk management and know how to not lose money, that's what the course is all about, protecting your booty. So you can see it just goes, I mean, who doesn't want to learn how to arbitrage trade, retail trade, go into a white paper, know how to do research on projects and coins and things that are going to make you millions in the next couple of years, digital asset valuation, like it just gets crazy. So I think you get the idea. After that, the best thing to complement this is the live courses. Anytime you could have live mentors, oh, that's awesome. Let's get my assistant off of this real quick. Off. I'm on Zoom. So my assistant's addicted to crypto too. We don't sell nearly as many houses as we used to. So I told her to go ahead and get into crypto, and she's obsessed and she's in these courses all day long. So let me try that again.
Hey, so Mike, real quick, while you're trying that again, Darren asked a question: if is there a minimum contract for the monthly? There isn't, right? It's monthly.
No, great question. No, you don't need a contract. You can cancel at any time. The very best part is you can join and have your first 7 days money back guarantee, you know, kind of like an infomercial. If you're not happy within the first 7 days, you can get your money back. And that's kind of a cool thing because you get to you get to actually experience and go through the educators and get a good taste. And if you say, hey, I love this, then stay in. If you're like, the same for me, then peace out, whatever, that's fine. If you don't want to make millions and learn a new trade, that's cool. Nobody's going to force you to. So here's our live, some of the educators that we use. I'm sure you guys know these names already, like Curtis Cobain, Mike Sotero, Nick Gomez, Crypto Picasso. Like these are legends in this industry. Like as a matter of fact, at the convention, people are chasing these dudes down left and right for pictures and autographs. And yes, they make millions of dollars in trading, but they also make a lot of money educating us. And it's their job to analyze markets and projects all day, every day, and then bring them to us on the live classes. So it's real simple, kind of like the Academies. You click on DCX if that's what you're into, like me. Every Sunday morning or every the night before, go on and dive in and get these into your calendar. You don't want to miss them. We're going to remind you, we're going to send you emails, all that stuff, but it's nice to plan your week out to where you can grab as many of these courses as you want. Some of these guys are just masters. I mean, they're all masters, I should say. If you want to learn harmonic scanner, you know, we got the swipe coin scalper overview, live swipe coin scalper training. It's just, these are the tools that we use to trade. And these guys, not only do they build these tools, but they really know how to use them. And as we're sitting here, these tools are pushing messages to our phones. So that's pretty fun. Mike Sotero, DeFi, and Curtis Cobain, DeFi. We love these guys. And I'll just scroll down. I'll just pick whatever the last one. Nick Gomez. Nick Gomez does Metaverse Mondays. He's in Miami. He does unbelievable classes. He talks a lot about NFTs and a lot of projects that normally nobody would ever know. He goes over the analytics for the coins. They check all the charts out. And by the time they deliver the information to you, it's golden. So you can go down through their pre-recorded sessions. Like here's their last class from yesterday, how to take swipe coin trade idea. They did some updates to our software, so that was part of that. Crypto in English. Oh, he does teach a lot of classes in Spanish. That's why it says English here. If I didn't tell you guys, we have classes in 16 different languages. So it gets pretty robust when it comes to that. But he goes really deep into things like it looks like metaverse training. I'll just give you guys a quick taste of it. So he wants to go into the metaverse and show us everything.
Show you guys something really, really powerful. But other than that, let's see who we got. Seattle in the house.
So he's going to take all these top metaverse coins, tokens, and he's going to break them down, analyze them, tell you what's going on with their projects, if they've merged with anybody, when their projects are being released, why they've gone up, why they've gone down. And he just really gets into it. He takes his trades from the current week, discusses them, why they worked, why they didn't, why their charts are going this way, that way, explains everything. And you just sit there and you can come in and out of this class at your leisure too. Nick Gomez is a freak about buying real estate in the metaverse right now. He's buying condos and everything. He's buying all kinds of stuff. So he's showing us how to do that. He's very proud of his courses. He got 1,000 pips in this one trade. So he's super excited. He put that on his wall. So you can see, and then towards the end, they usually pick some new projects that you really need to invest in, research, put on your radar. And again, he'll go over the top things that you need to know. So if we were to try to do this, it would literally take us 24/7, but these guys all work together as a team, the educators, to bring us the very best in real time. And then I'll go back to, let's go back to that. Then I'll just show you one other quick thing in here that I really enjoy and appreciate. The strategies to really truly investing, making money. There's of course all these handbooks you can print out for all the classes, but it's very similar to the courses. You pick your course. I want to go into DCX. I want to learn more about my swipe coin scalper. You click on that. And this will all come easily to you later. So these tools and strategies here are literally hundreds of ideas. They're thousands of dollars worth of software that you get with the program. So it'll teach you what candlesticks are, what consolidation is, entries, you know, all these little lines, all these little things, they break it all down for you. So you can actually take these tools and use them yourself, which is hard to believe that I could ever learn how to mark up a chart, but I did it. So he'll talk about his trades. If you're saying, hey, I need a little more help, you can go to more videos. There's just so much education. It's overwhelming. He takes us through the apps that we're using. So you just keep watching that stuff. With the course, we do a lot of networking amongst ourselves. So we have courses all the time. We have classes all the time, live, pre-recorded. But once we start getting to know each other and we start kind of pairing off, like, hey, let's join the coin investing group. Let's join the NFT investing group. Like Nafiz put me in a couple of groups with NFTs and I'm like, oh my God, these guys are making so much money, so much progress. They're so far ahead of the future. It's just ridiculous. And we wouldn't have any of that without the Academy. So some people, they niche out real quick and say, I only want to flip NFTs. Some people say, I only want to day trade. Some people say, I only want to invest long-term in projects. So whatever you figure out, you get to do. But the most important part is whoever you talk to, they might like what you like, but they might like other things. Some people like chocolate, some people like vanilla, some people like strawberry. So it's all there, it's all available. And that's kind of it in a nutshell. We can go super deep into whatever you guys want. We have Nafiz on the call, one of the best in the industry. This is a really good time to ask some questions. I'm trying to be sensitive of your time. I know we all got busy lives. So if you want to come off mute, ask questions to myself or Nafiz about the Academy, trading, anything involved with crypto, just let us know.
So guys, I want to ask a question because there are some folks on here that are very, very new. There are folks on here that have slight understanding, and then there are folks on here that have really been deep diving for a few years. So are we, you know, in the university, and I asked this question, so I'm going to ask it for everybody. We're beginner, intermediate, and super advanced, right?
Yeah, so that's perfect. So for the advanced traders, what I've found, and we've brought a couple people on that make millions a year in day trading, and they're really good. What we found was once we personally introduce them to some of these world-renowned trainers, they find out very quickly that we're always learning, right? It doesn't matter if we're in real estate or loans or whatever, we're always learning, we're always evolving. But what I found that the most advanced guys like is they like to learn new techniques, tips and tricks from the really super advanced traders. But what they also like is the fact that they don't have to sit there all day and analyze charts and go crazy, because they could just pick up on the daily classes and learn all about the regulation, learn about all the new stuff. So I heard Nafis say it one time. Some of the people that have the most retention at our course is the people that are very advanced, because they appreciate what we're doing and they understand that the best of the best of the best is trading. And a lot of the advanced people that have come to me privately after these Zooms or after they've signed up, they're like, I'm blown away that I get to hang out with Crypto Picasso and learn from him. Like, I thought I knew what I was doing. I'll brag to you in a group that I know what I'm doing, but these dudes are like, professional football players compared to flag football players. So hopefully that answers your question. Nafis, if you want to jump on and talk more about that, you can, but that's pretty much it. And for the new people, we got you from the very, very beginning.
Yeah. Now I want to say one more thing. So the folks that are here and they're, I know the platform looks a lot like, okay, so cool. Whenever I get a chance, I can jump on this platform and like watch some videos. And if a live comes on, great, I can watch that. There's that plus the opportunity to be a part of some of the groups, some of the Telegram groups, if you guys want to touch on that, because I think that's critical. That's important because, when you have a question, you want to be able to just jump in there and ask and have somebody like Picasso jump in and answer, or have Nafis jump in and answer, or whatever the case is, somebody who has the experience enough to be able to share the information on some of this stuff.
Mike, do you mind if I just jump in and just add something I wanted to, what David said?
Go crazy, man. I can take a drink then.
All right, appreciate it. David, I love what you just said. Recently, you guys, one of the most powerful things about our group has been fraud and security in crypto. Okay. Crypto right now is an all-time high. People are coming into it with no education. And guess what's happening that I hear every day? Someone that doesn't have education, never went through a course, never a part of a community, is losing thousands of dollars because they thought they were sending it to the right person or right wallet or the right web address. Every single day, this is like the most smallest thing that I think is the biggest thing that we provide is the fact that you've got a Telegram group and you've got someone a phone call that you could say, hey, something just popped up on my computer, screenshot, send into the group, guys, what's this? And man, we've caught, I would say this month, almost 30 situations where even professionals at crypto almost got tripped up and lost money. So that right there, you guys, to me, being able to be in a group where I can jump in and just communicate openly and make sure things are safe and secure, that's it. Because guys, right now there's things like NFTs, and you go to the webpage and there's people that are cloning people's web pages, changing one letter. And when you go to Google it, you don't know you're going to that page. You're sending your money. You don't think you know what you're doing. You're sending it. And you don't know how to check the actual, the master URL to make sure it's proper. You don't know where it is. And I had a friend of mine just recently who went to go buy an NFT, lost $1,500 because of a dot that he was missing in the name. And we confirm websites for you. We confirm it. The other night, I was with, Cynthia and Dom. Okay. I love this, man. Cynthia and Dom, and it was awesome because, I said, hey, guys, we're doing something new. We're getting it started. And Dom and Cynthia are more than capable of doing it on their own. But I said, guys, just text me if you feel uncomfortable. And that's what they did. And we almost made a massive, a 4-figure mistake. Does that make sense? Think about that, you guys, especially when you're beginning in the program. And then also if you're intermediate, advanced, and going on that. So yeah, I think that's just what I want to touch base on. Because that's to me a part of crypto that I think where people are holding themselves back because they're scared of making mistakes, and losing money just off the bat. But there's so much more value beyond that. And Mike, I'll let you jump in from there.
Yeah, Nafis, if I can add something to that, like my background is basically in computer security, right? So I definitely look at things, with a skeptical lens, and one of the first videos that you guys ended up sending, the fast track stuff, the very first video already kind of blew me away because we didn't talk about strategy. We didn't talk about where to put money at. We didn't talk about anything. It was the whole entire thing was just securing your assets first and foremost, having that mindset that you are already a millionaire, and definitely start securing your email, start securing your accounts, multi-factor authentication. Like, I was so impressed on that alone. I'm like, you know what? These guys actually are protecting their real money. This is not basically a joke for them because they are definitely treating it like they're skin in the game. So that is definitely a good takeaway for me.
Absolutely.
I'll add to that a little bit too. With again, with the network marketing aspect, we are a family, we are a team, we're all homies. And let me tell you, the fact that we can go to each other and say, hey, I want to buy this token, but I've never seen this exchange, or I want to buy this, but I'm not sure what network to buy it on. I don't know that. I mean, the first 3 months in this academy, I dove in so hard and I started crying every day. I started punching my computer screen. My dogs are running away from me, but it was real because I'm the kind of guy that wants to do it all on my own. I'm too egotistical. I'm too proud. I don't want to ask for help, but I started to because I had to, and I knew I was going to lose a lot of money. And the fact that we do have each other is everything, because it's mind blowing what I've learned and how fast tracked I am compared to, I mean, I have friends that are multimillionaires and they have no clue what I'm doing. They're like, can you show me more?
Yeah, I think another piece that I want to add to that is I jumped on a Zoom with you guys the other day, and that Zoom just kind of went off on a tangent. Like, we stopped the recording and we just went off on talking about how to stake, CRO and do all this stuff. And on that tangent, what I realized is the main guy who had the most knowledge had no problem sharing his screen from his phone, and you were seeing what he had, where it was best. You too, Mike, I think you shared your screen too. And it was good to see that, because now it's not, the old saying that the teacher's a teacher because you can't do something like that, right? Like, these are guys who are doing it, guys and girls who are doing it, and they're showing you, I'm doing it, and then they're proving it to you. Hey, 6 months ago, I said this is where it is now. Like, here are the trends, here are the numbers. They can back it up with the research. And that's the kind of stuff that I enjoy, because if you're anything like me, if you're on this call, you're anything like me, I've dabbled in it, and it's been, because my barber said that he was like in Shiba, and my brother-in-law was like, you're missing out, And so I was like, man, let me go buy some, because what's the worst thing that could happen, right? But without the knowledge, I was afraid to really go in head first. And now, I've only been a week in the university. I've been trying to watch as much as I can, whenever I can. And, it's now I can understand the language a little bit, tiny bit better, right? And I'm excited to be at the point of time where I really, truly understand the language, so that I can have more educated conversations about this and really, really dig into it the way some other folks have,
That's a really good point.
Absolutely. Dom, did you want to say something, or are you saying something there before?
No, I was just going to say it was only almost a $5,000 mistake. Just
I've made a lot of those already, but luckily I had people around to save me. I think Daniel had a question. Daniel,
you got your hand up?
Yeah. I have actually two questions. So now, basically, I was gonna confirm what you're saying. When you belong to a group, you advance so much faster. I've been holding crypto since 2018. I didn't move it. It was just sitting on the exchanges. Basically, like 6 months ago, I started moving it to wallets. And like a month ago, I actually start belonging to groups and communities in Discord. And the advancement that you do when you belong to a community and you're able to ask questions and have those questions answered by real people, not scammers or not people that you don't know, it makes a big difference. And then my questions were, the groups are only on Telegram, or are you going to be able to do something on Discord in the near future? And then about the classes, is there a way to upgrade later on? Like, if I just want to do the crypto, can I later on do the elite, or
Yes.
It has to start from the elite?
No, you can. So I'll answer that one, because I know you can join and sign up for DCX and study the crypto. And then whenever you're ready, you can do an add-on. So you can add on and create the elite package or whatever you want.
Yeah. Because that's for me, like, from the other side, the one that I like is the FOREX, because I think FOREX, the trading and the reading those charts will help a lot with
well, keep in mind, if you join the elite, if you already know that you got two guys, you've been doing this for a minute. If you already know you have two people that would join this university and like get into this education, then you're free.
I'm on it, man. You have no idea. I've been like, I already sent these videos to like 12 people, and I'm waiting on confirmation from a few.
That's the
So,
way to do it. And it's just,
yeah.
you know, you can upgrade or downgrade at any time. And again, you know, you get two people to join Danny, and
Yeah.
your education is free. You're good to
Yeah,
go.
yeah. No. Yeah. My only thing is, I mean, you know me, my hands are pretty busy. I'm getting involved in every single thing that I can, you know. So I'm trying to like also be mindful of my time. Like, am I gonna have the time to do everything at the same time? So right now, that's why I would like to do just the crypto, and later on, we'll be able to go into the elite. But if one of these 12 people that I send the video call me today and tomorrow, and they tell me, hey, I'm in, why not? I do the elite right away.
100%, man.
Yeah.
Exactly.
So yeah. So
This-
what about the Discord? I don't know if there is going to be a Discord later on, because that's really helpful.
Do you know anything about that?
Yeah, I can jump in there. So at the beginning, Danny, we do everything on Telegram. Discord, we actually don't use until you're getting into NFTs. Just so you know. So it's just most people aren't really aware of Discord. It's very complicated. There's a lot of groups and information in there. Because of what you're learning, we're always trying to keep things simple and organized and easy for you to access. So we leave the Discord part, Danny, to the NFT section. Once you start diving into deeper NFT stuff, a lot of those things are on Discord and all those aspects of it. Most of everything, we have our own apps, we have our own communication systems. So we have Telegram, we have our own company app, and we have something called Pip Talk as well, which kind of gives you all the information directly to you. We want to make it as easy as we can make it for you to be able to see. So when something gets launched, like, hey, a trade idea, we want it to be as easily and accessible compared to, for example, Discord. But as far as the entire project being on Discord, no, just segments of it on Discord.
Okay, perfect.
Yep, and this is for Daniel's benefit. Let me jump in here real quick. Get ready, because this whole conversation started with Dom and I talking. Said you need to chat with Mike, and all of you all are here because of that conversation that started with Dom. So if you just look at this group here, this is like the culmination of like 3 conversations turning into a Zoom group, and there are lots of people that just couldn't make it tonight from that. So to say that COVID and crypto are the 2 things that come up all the time, you got tons of people that you're interacting with that are all over this. You just may not even know because they're so unknowledgeable, they aren't even asking.
Yeah, I woke up one morning and I said, I haven't talked to Mike in 3-4 months. I'm gonna call him, and then bam, and then that's how all this started. But Nafis, I want to thank Nafis because he's actually helped Cindy and I a lot, and he's been there for us. Mike's already been there for us. So, and we're learning with him to also help and teach others so we don't make mistakes. I mean, you're going to make mistakes, but we're going to minimize those mistakes, right? And you're going to learn from it. So there's a lot to it. Just don't let it overwhelm you. Slow down, take your time. That's what Nafis told us. Make sure you're doing things right. So, in security. So.
Yeah. I think, Darren, you have a question?
Hey, how's everybody doing this evening? Thanks, David, for the invite. Appreciate that very much. You know, I have money to invest. I've started to become the old guy in the club, and now I have some money that I'm, you know, kind of playing with a little, right? And I've got the old school Fidelity account, and I've got about 30 stocks and 5 or 6 different indexes, and I like playing with it. It's fun to watch. You know, red is good. I like it when we're bailing 30% in tech, right? That's a buying opportunity to me. But what I'm trying to figure out is, you know, I'm not really looking. I came on this call not really understanding any part of the join and bring in more people and do all those things. You know, I have like zero interest in doing that. You know, my I would rather pay the $275 and let it actually cost me $275 so I can learn how to read those charts and still be plugged into a community that can help me figure out when the pump is going to happen and when it's not going to happen, and how to take advantage of that and exercise my money. And that's it. So I don't know if if it was a question or a comment, but
that was a clear statement. And that's totally appreciated. Totally appreciated
statement, brother. I mean, listen, this really about the education. The other part is kind of like a bonus. You want to get into it, you get into it. You don't, right? But it really is about the system and the education behind the system.
Yeah, like the last thing I want is for anyone to know what I'm doing.
Yeah.
When I disappear to Puerto Rico with all the other mortgage loan officers who are doing crypto right now, because that's where they're all running to right now. That's what I heard.
Well,
all the crypto people are all the PR. So I'm well, shit, get me on the plane. But listen, yeah, so
Kevin lives in Puerto Rico, and
that's my backyard, Darren.
And his
behind me.
And that's his backyard. That picture right there, that's his backyard, by the way. And
that really is. I can vouch for that.
Half the people that live in his community, which by the way is like 3,000 houses, are either crypto or EXP right now. So,
that's cool. Yeah. So at the end of the day, the next time someone sees a picture of me, it's on an obit. So I just want to go in between now and that moment and just start building this thing up. And that's why I'm here, to learn more about that.
So
that's perfect, man. That's exactly what we're looking for. People that are looking for any part of this, you pick your niche and you go for it. And at some point people say, listen, I don't really want to recruit, but I like this person. Hey, whoever sent you to this call, will you talk to him? I don't want to recruit him, but just help him because he wants to learn crypto too. And that's fine too. That's what we're all about, supporting everybody that way. God, we're using so much of your time up. Do you guys have any more questions? Are you guys going to want to wrap this up?
Mike,
yep.
This is Eric. David, I'd like to thank you for inviting me to this.
Absolutely.
I'm a realist. Thank you. I'm in real estate like David and maybe others on the call. I've never really had any formal training on crypto. So this has been very good for me. You hear people talking about buying properties with crypto, and I've read a little bit about it, but not enough to totally understand it. So this is something that does attract me. I did see your slides earlier about some of your pricing. As far as some of the courses, is there like introductory ones just to help guide you along, to help you start off?
Oh yeah. I mean, from the very, 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 I understand it a little bit. I started with the very, very beginning classes. Like I started with what is crypto 101, honest to God. And that's like, it really does begin in the very, very minuscule beginnings. So you'll get the knowledge as you continue to watch the courses in sequence.
Is there a mentor they give you or work with or something?
There are many mentors. Mike, you could jump on that on the fees.
Yeah, of course. I mean, once you jump into the classes, you have any questions, you can ask the educators live. If they don't get to you, because there's thousands of people on there and the moderators don't, you have a sponsorship team that is so powerful. It's not even funny. We all have our own individual roles we're falling into. Nafeez and I are kind of into the attraction part of it and organizing mass adoption to the company. We have several ladies that are on our team that live for teaching and handholding. We have people that are kind of a little bit of both. We have every bit of support you could ever dream of, not to mention the company has more support. So there's ridiculous amounts of support. And I hope that answers your question. So you're never going to be alone. You're always just a text or a telegram away. And again, the people really actually truly like teaching it. I just had another one of my best friends just text me right now, and he goes, I can't wait to teach this stuff. And when people want to teach, that's a blessing, because we all need it. And I'm committed to teach you guys, because my first 3 months, like I said, I wanted to punch my computer and I cried and my dogs ran away from me. But now I've learned enough in the last 3 months to help you get through your first 3 months, and then you'll in turn help somebody else. And this is what's going to make us millionaires, you guys, because nobody likes to teach, talk, or really train crypto. They just like to brag about it. But with this environment, all we're doing is getting people more and more and more adopted into the idea of crypto. And that's where these projects will explode. The world, the government, everybody's accepting it. I mean, you could buy a Tesla today. You can go to AMC movie theaters and pay for a ticket. You can go to Nordstrom's. You could check the validity of a Louis Vuitton purse on the blockchain right now. All of our credit cards go through. You guys, you just have no idea how exposed you already are to crypto. And in the next 3 to 5 years, it's going to be your whole world. And I'm one of those guys that's committed to learning before it's too late. Like when I was a very young boy, I'm at the age where they didn't have computers in classes. I didn't get to learn how to use a computer till I was 20. Like imagine that. Like, and so I'm all about the support, the teaching, and the teamwork. You know, I wanted to point out one thing to you guys about the actual the 5 properties of crypto while we wrap it up. And I want to show you why the first time in the world this currency makes sense, and this is why there's such mass adoption. The first principle has to be divisible. A lot of people say, well, gold is more valuable because you can't touch crypto. Well, that's not true, right? So gold is not divisible unless you have machinery, fire, all kinds of stuff. Bitcoin is easily divisible. We could buy $1 of it, we'd buy $100 of it, we could buy a whole Bitcoin if we want. Portable, I can send literally $100,000 to Kevin Cottrell sitting in freaking Puerto Rico right now. If I wanted to do that in a normal way, there's no way I could do that. I couldn't carry my money to Puerto Rico for millions of dollars in gold, and I couldn't send it. But for right now, if he gives me his wallet address, I can send him it instantly right now. It would take 3 days normally to do that to a different country, or if you wanted to send money to China or something. Scarcity, you guys know what's happening with scarcity. The government doesn't care. They're just printing more of it, which is destroying our American dollar. We used to be the most powerful currency on the planet, and now it's basically gone. And they're not making any more Bitcoin, so we have the scarcity. It's durable. It can't be broken, can't be lost, can't go anywhere. It's always going to be here for us. So it's never going away, and recognized, worldwide recognized. The Bitcoin coin, the survey I just read, I think it was Bloomberg the other day, said the Bitcoin symbol is more widely recognized than the McDonald's and Walmart logos now. So it's very recognized. Everybody knows what Bitcoin is, and our currency is here to stay. The whole world's adopting it, and we're the early adopters that are going to make a lot of money and take a lot of confusion away and leave some serious legacies. So that's all I got.
Mike, I want to say something too for that. So I think a lot of us, we piqued our interest because we know there's a movement in crypto for sure. So we don't want to miss out. And what I've noticed already in my short time with the community is that the community is a whole. Like you have a ton of people who are dedicated to this. The educators who basically have that specialized knowledge, the hype, the interest, everyone is basically feeding the engine and letting you know when there's an opportunity, especially in the crypto space where things are very, very volatile. I'm like, the swings are ridiculous from 1 minute to the next, and you don't want to be caught working and all of a sudden miss the boat. But then even having strategies that we've seen, you can actually set up your trades in a way where you have the trade automatically execute based on how the market happens. So you literally could go to sleep, and if a whale comes in or the market crashes or whatever, you are protected because you have literally executed your strategy in a way where it's making you money when you're sleeping. And that is just things that you are learning from the whole entire community. You have, you know, these experts that are definitely leading the way, and they're sharing their time with you to be able to do that.
Absolutely, absolutely. Will, I wanted to add one more thing too. You know, guys, you guys are very mature entrepreneurs. You guys have had a lot of success. You guys know this. The industry is making millionaire after millionaire after millionaire all throughout life has been real estate, right? And direct sales. Those are some of the biggest industries that have created the most millionaires. We're living in the day and age now where the next two categories that's creating more millionaires than everything is technology and finance, and not traditional finance, crypto finance. So many of you guys are also realtors. Imagine if right now you guys are learning about crypto, you understand crypto, and you're also finding websites where you can list your property on a crypto real estate website, where the next, you don't know, somebody in Canada here can find out, hey, because there's only small websites now coming out right now where you can buy property in Bitcoin. Okay. Right now, I was looking at it the other day. There's a company right now, they're blowing up because they're giving you the opportunity to buy a house with crypto. All you had to be was to be the agent that listed the house saying, yeah, also we figured out a way to list that house on there as well. And some foreign buyer comes and buys it with crypto. And you be that agent that when you get on the phone with them, actually understand crypto. That's gonna accelerate the next generation of people that are buying property and everything in the future. You know what I mean? So I thought I'd add that in there because that's something I think that's really important for what you guys are already doing and where we're going with this.
With blockchain technology, you guys, imagine this, whether you're in real estate or not, you're going to get a loan approval in seconds. You're going to fund it in seconds. Your escrows will be 24 hours or less, and your title will all be on the blockchain. Your loans will all be on the blockchain. It'll be very realistic to have a 24-hour or less escrow that's rock solid, that's way more safe and secure. As a matter of fact, when we go to Palm Beach, or you guys are in Miami, we could actually send you over to a dude's house that paid $4 million a few years ago, all in Bitcoin for his house. I got to shake his hand in Houston and hear the story. It was pretty impressive and it was fun. So let's wrap this up, Nafeez. We've been over an hour, but it looks like Kevin has something to say.
Yeah. Hey, Mike, there was one last question that was posted here a minute ago for you or Nafeez. It was Darren asked, we can trigger trades. So you may want to just take Nafeez, just a quick pass through that before we drop off. We get his question answered.
Yeah, absolutely. So the best thing here, you guys, is we're really covering all the bases of crypto, and trading being one of the most important parts. Okay. And one of the things that we're going to teach you, we'll touch based on it briefly, but how to place orders differently than the average person. So we can then go look at an analysis. Let's just say it's a long-term analysis. Okay. Like we want to catch a really big dip. We can go and look at that, show you how to set it up on a platform that's safe, put in an order, and you forget about it and wait for that order to get picked up when the market happens. Because guys, when it happens, sometimes it happens in seconds. It'll just drop, go to 39K, 35K for a minute, and all of a sudden you see on the charts the amount of pressure, buying pressure, bring it back up. We all think, oh my God, I wish I got that. We know we wanted that, and we're already waiting for that. Well, we're going to show you how to be able to place those in a way that you can do it in several different ways, where you can actually buy the asset. Heck, if you didn't even have a lot of money, you just wanted to get in and out of the market, leverage trading, and still get in that and still make that money. So there's both the exchange trading and leverage trading you're going to learn about. So it's going to be really exciting for you guys.
Yeah, that's awesome. I have trades out there right now. Like I'm the only one I know that caught Ethereum at 2,900 the other night at like 3 a.m. And everybody was so mad at me that I didn't teach them how to do that before. I didn't know. I got XRP the other day at like 71 cents that I set weeks ago. Like, oh, it's so fun. So, all right, let's finish this up. So everybody who's on this call, probably a good idea to call whoever invited you to this call, give them a hug virtually or in real life, thank them for changing your life, because things are going to be much different from here on out for you. So properly thank them. Remember, Nafeez and I are available anytime. Simple text or Telegram message away. And then I'm sure there's some more questions that